guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kayla Bay and I'm back at it again with another video, but this time instead of a vloggy vlog, I'm coming at y'all with a piercing video. You know what I'm saying? All about my industrial piercing. So this is currently what it looks like now. Can y'all see that? About to tell y'all all about my piercing, my experience, how I sleep on it, you know, all the good questions, all of the good questions. Hop right into it. I kind of recorded the day I went and got my industrial. I kind of been wanting an industrial for like a few years since high school. One of my friends from high school, she actually did have an industrial and I was just like, oh my god, that is so fire. Like, we seen them all over the place, and then she actually went and got one, but she had so many problems with it. Her and my other friend, they both had so many problems with it, and I was just kind of like, ooh, maybe it's not really for me. Especially personally, I do experience getting piercing bumps. Like, literally almost every piercing I've had, almost, not quite all of them, I've experienced getting a piercing bump. I'll get into how to get rid of those in a little while, but for right now, let's just get into what made me get one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and insert the footage. 2 minutes worth of footage is not too much. That footage, and then once that goes off, then we're gonna come back to this. So today's vlog is gonna consist of me getting an industrial piercing. Yeah, so basically I'm about to get my industrial pierced later on today. I might get the conch too, I don't know, but the main focus for today is going to be getting the bar. I'm too excited. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm really excited. But piercings that I already have right now, I have a flat, I have a daisy, I have my lobe going up 5 times, and I have a nose one in as well. I'm about to change this actually because I had 2 surface traguses, but those both rejected, and I recently got a regular tragus a couple weeks ago, like literally 2 weeks ago. So it's cold as fuck outside, so I know this piercing is going to be biting when I leave out, but it's going to be so worth it. Like, I'm just so excited. I'm gonna get back to y'all when I'm getting this piercing, or at least when I'm on my way to get this piercing, when I'm with my girl. And so yeah, we'll see y'all later. Just stay tuned. Ow. Say hi. Hi. We about to get some food. Though we were so excited. I'm gonna put the audio in later so you can hear how excited we are. But look at it, it's so cute. My sister's got the tragus. Look at her ear. Yeah. But y'all, we did that. Gangster. She steady talking about she want another piercing. This girl's crazy. This is what it looks like. I cleaned it off. It's still some marker on it just because I'm not about to put hella pressure on it right now. I'm just trying to let it be. It's a little sore, but other than that, it's cool. Like, so what do I rate the pain of this piercing? I'm gonna give it a cool about 4 out of 10 for the piercing itself. Now after this mug started burning, like, I'm just not gonna put pressure on it. I can't sleep on this side. Now that y'all seen that footage, you know what I'm saying, now we're going to get into my experience in getting it. So before we get into actually getting it, let's get into what you need to be looking for before you get your piercing. So you want to make sure you go to a reputable piercing or tattoo shop with people that you know are going to use clean needles, a clean piercing space or tattoo space, period. That's rule number 1 for getting any tattoo, piercing, anything that's like involving needles. I don't care if you're going to the doctor. If you're going to the doctor and they about to give you a shot and the doctor's office is nasty, you need to switch doctors ASAP. First thing I look for is the shop reputable. If it's a shop you've never been to before, ask your friends if they've been to it before. If they haven't been to it, look online, because online them reviews be snitching on people. Really do your research before you get that piercing. Piggyback off of making sure that you do your research. You need to find out if you can even get the piercing, because this piercing is very anatomy based, and any good piercer or any reputable licensed piercer will tell you that. They will look at your ear before you get the piercing and tell you if you can get it or not, and if you can't get it, they'll recommend other piercings for you to get that might, you know, just to kind of satisfy your needle bug, you know what I'm saying? Because we all get that little bug in us. It's like, oh, I need a needle, not a drug needle, because you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like a tattoo needle, a piercing needle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll let you know if you can even get the piercing because your anatomy needs to be set up for it. So like the way my ear anatomy is set up, that's why mine's is straight across versus more slanted, because my ear is a little, my fold on the outside is just a tad bit too small. So she was like, you know, you technically have the right anatomy for it. And she was like, but I don't want to do it like in that diagonal way. Like I prefer to do it horizontally based off of how your ear anatomy is. I feel like it's just less prone to rejection and, you know, scarring, things like that. But she really took her time to look at my ear, figure out if I can get it or not, get into the pain of it. I feel like this is one of those piercings that when people tell you their pain level of getting it, it honestly depends on their pain tolerance. Me personally, I have a few tattoos and I have my ears pierced quite a bit. Like I have, let me zoom in for y'all actually. So I have a flat, a date. I have my lobe going up 5 times. I just don't have earrings in this too right now. On this side I have a tragus and the same 5 piercings going up on the side of my ear. And I also had a surface tragus on both sides, but it rejected and is now just scarring right here, which might be covered up by my sideburns right now, but yeah, just scarring right there now. But I've had quite a few piercings. Oh, and I also have my nose pierced. So I've had quite a few piercings. So me, my pain tolerance for it is not too bad. So what I would rate the piercing, I give it like a good 4 or 5. Not too bad. It's pretty quick, and it's so quick by the time you realize that you got poked with a needle, they already putting the jewelry in the other side of your ear, because keep in mind you're getting 2 piercings to get the bar look. Aftercare, I would say go with whatever your piercer recommends, because you know, again, this goes back into making sure that you find a good piercer, because you should be able to tell them like, hey, I have these type of problems, this is usually what I experience with my skin, da 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 da, blase blah, woo woo wop, and then they should recommend something from you for there. So she gave me her recommendations, just plain saline solution. They sold some at the shop I go to. Piercing bumps. Are you getting piercing bumps or are you getting keloids? Those are 2 different things. Most people will say like, oh, I have a keloid, I have a keloid, I have a keloid. Trust me, if you had a keloid, that ain't going nowhere, baby. That ain't going nowhere. You probably have to get that surgically removed. What you'll probably be experiencing is what's called a piercing bump. It just comes from the irritation of the fact that you poked a hole in your skin and you have jewelry sitting in there. Like, they'll say not to play with it too much, but like being realistic about it, you have to kind of like maneuver around it just to get the piercing clean, because you have to clean it at least twice a day. I cleaned mine between 2 to 3 times a day, only because of the simple fact that it kept like getting buildup of blood and stuff like in here. If I can find pictures, I will insert like pictures or videos on the sides of my screen for y'all, but it just kept getting built up throughout the day. So I would try to clean it about 3 times a day if I could, but like if I had work, it was just gonna have to get the blood build up, and people be looking at my ear and be like, oh my god, like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just got a piercing. Like, it's not that deep, it's not that serious. Like, my ear is fine. Like, it's a fresh piercing. Like, it will be fine. But yeah, and then to get rid of my piercing bumps, me personally, what I found worked for me was this Urban Relief. I'm sorry, the lighting in here is bad, so it's gonna be hard for my camera to focus, but I'll leave a picture up as well. You can buy this on Amazon, but it's got sea salt and tea tree aftercare to like clean your piercings, but also help treat piercing bumps. So I was also using this on my dates at the same time as my industrial, because I had developed a piercing bump on my dates from cleaning it and like moving it around, because this is a hoop. And when you get hoop jewelry, you're more likely to get a piercing bump than with a stud anyway. And then I also developed one on my tragus just from moving it back and forth. So, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I was stuffing my AirPod in there and I shouldn't have been. So, and as you can see, I don't have any more piercing bumps anywhere. I had one on the back of my flat. That's gone. I don't have any piercing bumps anymore. So it really works. Go get that solution off of Amazon. It was nothing but like $10 to $12, free shipping, all that good stuff. I got it like the next day. It did its due diligence. You just have to be consistent with cleaning with it, our healing time, and our experience with that. So this piercing, whenever you get it pierced, all the piercers will tell you the same thing. It will, because it's a cartilage piercing and because it's two piercings in one that's connected by one piece of jewelry, it will take about a year to fully heal. Now, this is the thing. A lot of people think that their piercings are healed, No, the piercing's probably not healed on the inside. It might appear to be healed because you might not get pain to the touch. Like, as you can see, I can pretty much like touch my ear without it being like a but you know, compared to when I first got it. But it's still, I don't think it's completely freaking healed. Like, I feel like on the inside it's probably still got some more healing to do. So I wouldn't even say mine is completely healed, and I've had it about 8 months. But they will tell you it takes about a whole year to fully heal. So now that might determine whether or not you still want to get this piercing, but I say it's completely worth it. If you even clicked on this video, if you're even thinking about it, go get it. Okay. So when can you change your jewelry? I changed mine about 4 months after getting it, which might have been bad. It probably was bad because she told me to pretty much wait about 6 to 7 months before changing it. I changed it when I still had piercing bumps on it. I went and got it changed at like a little jewelry place, like a place that specifically sells piercing jewelry of like titanium grade, like surgical grade. And that brings me to my next thing. What kind of jewelry you can get. Make sure that when you're getting pierced with the right jewelry. It needs to be surgical, industrial grade, steel or titanium, something like that. I can't remember, but you know, go find it on the internet. They'll tell you what you can get, what you should be getting pierced with, because if they're not putting in the right jewelry, your healing time is going to take even longer, and you might run into so many problems. Like, it'll be crazy. So please make sure you get in the right jewelry. Sleeping. Let's get into sleep, because as somebody that likes their sleep, I had to fully take this into consideration before. You cannot sleep on this for at least the first 3 months. You have to either sleep on the other side or on the back of your head, because that will cause more trauma to your ear and it will take even longer to heal. Try not to get piercings on both sides if you're getting that piercing, because it's going to be hell to try and go to sleep. Alright, so now let's get into something that I also did that I feel like a lot of people should consider before getting this piercing. Wearing your glasses, because me personally, I do wear glasses. I wear them all the time like I'm supposed to. Girl, no. But when that thing was first healing for the first few months, couldn't wear my glasses. So I would say either look into getting contacts if you're completely blind, like thin frame. I would try to wear those because it wouldn't bother my ear. But if you have glasses that are a thicker frame, just either don't wear them, but if you need to wear them, try and get contacts, because I'm telling you, that is hell trying to do that for the first couple months. Okay, so now we're reaching the end of this video. The last question I got is, would I recommend it? Yes, 1000% I recommend it, because it's so cute. You can change it once it's completely healed. You can change it whenever you want. Right now I have this moon and star design. It's so cute, especially it's so freaking cute. Like, I'll be at work and people be like, oh my god, I love your piercing, like I love the jewelry. Like, a lot of people like how I have my ears stacked. Even I think it looks really good because it's somebody that wears their hair back all the time. I feel like it looks amazing. Like, versatile piercing, you'll never be bored with it. Of course I recommend it. If you're thinking about it, go get your ear checked, see if you can get it, and go ahead and get it. If it's the fear of the pain that's holding you back, girl, go get it, man. Like, stop playing. Don't play with them. Just go get that piercing. Pretty much all I got for y'all today. Short, simple, quick, and to the point. Really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I love y'all so much. If y'all got any more questions, leave them down below in the comment section for me. And yeah, be sure to do those 3 things for me. Y'all already know the 3 things I want to say. Like the video, comment down below, and go ahead and subscribe, babe. Like, why not? Like, you know, especially if you already made it this far. Subscribe to the channel. Go check out my other videos, especially my vlogs. Cause yeah, I know I'm still, you know, I'm still working on my craft, but like, you know, it's only up from here. So like, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead and do that for me, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, babes.